So this is a 2013 John Deere 5065E. 65 horsepower, got the H240 loader system on it. Really nice tractor. I've got a little over 900 hours on it. Tires are still good. Very heavy, good, reliable machine. I say heavy and good, reliable machine, but it's not really reliable right now. So I've got a set of remotes on this tractor. This runs like a grapple, and this is for the Lane Shark mower. Really cool mower we can put on this machine. Looks like the kitty cats have been hanging out on this tractor a little bit. Here's the problem. I've got a $1,500 truck in the shop over there, and I got a $35,000 tractor sitting out in the weather. Does that seem smart to you? It don't seem smart to me. We're gonna pull out the $1,500 truck and we're gonna put the nice tractor in the shop. Underneath here again is a 65 horsepower John Deere motor. This is a made in India tractor. Hold on, here it is. Right there. John Deere product identification, assembled in India. John Deere company here, Moline, Illinois. Okay, on the back of the John Deere, this is pretty much the purpose of this tractor. This is my backhoe, okay? This has the Woods Groundbreaker BH100 backhoe system on it. I can't tow this tractor, so I can't put it in neutral and tow it out of the way because the backhoe is holding it in place. We've got to get it started. Love the backhoe, really happy with it. But again, sitting out in the weather here is not where this tractor needs to be, and it's been sitting out for way too long. It deserves a home over in that shop right there. So let's show you the problem. Here's what we got. If you tuned in recently, we showed you how to clean a John Deere tractor seat. I'll post a link to that video at the end of this. This seat was rotten and crusty looking, looks like brand new now. I took this machine to James River Equipment, and I had them put the backhoe, the Woods backhoe, on the back of it. When I got the tractor back, it was mentioned to me that you needed a new ignition switch. I didn't think I needed a new ignition switch. I never saw any issue with my ignition switch whatsoever. They replaced the ignition switch. Here is the replacement ignition switch, and I've put at least 10 hours on this tractor since that has been replaced. Not many hours. Probably started it 20 times. See that? That's not right, okay? Let our key in, the whole ignition turns. I got no power, I've got nothing. My brain tells me, Josh, somebody improperly installed that ignition switch. It's loose, it's flopping around in there, probably got some loose wires or something like that. Or when I turned it, it spun all the way in there, bumped up against something metal, tripped a fuse. Yeah, you right? Hey, you gonna be a good boy today? You going hunting, dog? Go hunt. Go hunt. If you tuned into the last video, I've just been working on the sawmill here. We're about ready to get back in the woods and start milling up some lumber and splitting firewood with the old timber ox. I just replaced this motor on the sawmill, and I'm looking here, my belt seems a little loose. May need to adjust that just a little bit, and I gotta wash that thing too. We're gonna haul that to the car wash and give it a good scrubbing. All right, welcome to the mega shop. That's my coveralls, which I probably should be wearing today. What is, something has laid eggs on my coveralls? Die. All right, I had to put the battery tender on this puppy right here. Hopefully our battery is fully charged. Look at that. That could be awesome. Let's see. Let's take this loose before we even try to start it. Let's see what kind of juice we got. Yeah, baby. Awesome. Gotta put my seat back. Put all my parts back. Get in there. Tray, table, upright, locked, on. crap. That's what I hit with my lawnmower the other day. Ah. Yep. Right on. This workbench brought to you by Honda Power Sports. This is a Honda Rubicon. Guys, a battery died in this thing. Had been sitting in the shop all summer long. This is my winter rig. I use this in the winter time. Just moved the cows. The cows are right up there. Got about 30 head of cattle. All right, let's get my buddy Philip out here and see what we got going. As soon as I got home with it, it was loose. And I should have fixed it years ago. I should have just opened this up and done this. Now I put it off until we had a problem. So never put off maintenance. You see something wrong, fix it right away, and it won't compound into this problem. Let's take the key out and birth this puppy out of here. So, to the defense of whomever put this in here, there's nothing, it's tight. It's as tight as it can get. Okay. I don't see any exposed torn wires or anything like that up in here. But that thing is way looser than it should be. So I think we pop these two tabs out and pull this wire right here. Pull that. Let's first snug this switch up. Ooh, bonsai. Okay. Seems all right. Let's fix this real quick. That shouldn't be spinning like that in there. That's ridiculous. Get the wrong tool out here. Hold that. Spin it off and see what the heck. Do we have the wrong ignition switch in here or what? Okay. Oh. That is indexed, and so is that. This hole, see how it's shaped? Like that? It's got a little flat spot on one side. Can you see that? It's a little flat spot right there. That should go in there and catch on that flat spot. This is a wrong switch. It's not the right switch. If you put the right switch in, I wouldn't be nursing my tractor right now. Yeah, that's the wrong switch. Let's try the switch real quick. Okay. Seems good. Gosh, why would you put the wrong switch in? You are John Deere. Why would you put the wrong switch in this tractor? I mean, you can order the right switch. Gosh, I hate to call out somebody like that, but why would you put the wrong switch in here? I may have to get a washer and put over top of that so that it sits in place correctly. I got a story for you. I hate to tell this story. My dad called me up. He said, man, all the hydraulic lines on my old Ford tractor, I think it's a Ford or a Massey, they're starting to crack, come apart, and I busted a line the other day. I said, dude, just take it up to the John Deere place there and have them put all new lines on it. And then you won't ever have to fool with it again. Just have them do it. Well, he's had nothing but troubles with that machine since. Okay. Will that hold? No, that won't hold. It's loose. It's the wrong switch. It won't hold. No wonder it wasn't firm from the day I got it from the tractor place. It's really, really frustrating. You trust people to do things right. Be right back. Let's see if I can find a washer. All right, this is going to be an odd one here. I went over to my own personal Home Depot. I don't go to Home Depot. I go to Lowe's. I'm a Lowe's guy. That's North Carolina, baby. I found these are crush washers. This is the biggest washer I could find. I think it's going to work. I think that's all we need is just a little something. I'll never use a crush washer that big. I don't know what we're changing the oil in, like the Titanic. It's a monster. You know what I should do before I do this? let's just plug this puppy in and yeah, before I go attaching and making things hard, let's see what happens here. Only goes one way. There it is. We got nothing. We got nothing. Fuse box is right here. Let's just check. Lots of fuses. No fuse map. Fuses. Okay, one by one. Could be a relay. I do know for a fact that the battery was fine the other day. 30 amp good. 10 amp good. 10 amp good. 5 amp. 20 amp. Whoop. Just had something spicy for lunch and I just rubbed my eyes. I've been pepper sprayed by Korean barbecue. Nope. Not that one. Nope. Key is on. Let's pop the hood. Let's go under the hood here. Oh. What? What? Check it out. Hey, guess who put a new battery in it? What? Really? Was that it? Was that all it was? Glow plug. Turn signal's working. Oh, no, Daddy needs a jump box. Nope. Daddy don't need a jump box. All right, we're gonna let this puppy run for a minute. But great tractors don't start with a loose battery terminal. How can I do a whole video on a loose battery terminal? There's more to this, it has to be. Let's check both these battery terminals. Loose. Ground is good. Let's tighten that guy up. Good. You put your sock back on there, little girl. Let's get this little sock on right here, too. This is all lime from the lime truck. Okay. Okay, we seem to be out of the water. Let's give her a little rev. I think the thing to do is go ahead and put this thing back together snug instead of loose like it was. I don't know, man. They put the wrong switch in here. RE264579, not the right switch for John Deere 5065. In case you're researching right now, I'm gonna tell you, it's improper mechanicizations right there. This won't be the last time this John Deere 5065 gets a ignition switch. Oh. Oh, one more partial. That's all I need. Hold on. Let's get this key in here and see if she's going flopping. Flipper, flopper, floppers. That's mucho better. So very mucho better. Okay, let's pop her back in. The problem was just a loose battery cable. But I didn't install that battery. I have a security system on this tractor that is a battery sucking monster. And it basically, if you don't use the machine very often, and I've only put 30 hours on this machine, maybe less than that, maybe 15 hours on it in the last 2 years, and my battery's always dead. So I finally disconnected the security system on it It has a tracker, GPS tracker, that not only tracks the location of the tractor, how long it's been running, but also tracks the air filter. And what it does is it sends it to the mechanic shop for a new battery. It sends this guy to Napa. That's what it does. What's the best battery you guys have come across? I want to know. Moment of truth. Once again, this tractor won't start out of gear, but I'm gonna stand back. The key likes to stick.
Did you catch that possum? Oh, the CBD working for you there, buddy. Got it, CBD. If not for you, I wouldn't be able to fix the tractor. You helped me. Did you know that? You helped me. I know a dog that's ticklish. It's ticklish. Good boy. Oh, be careful. Don't hurt yourself. All right, get these out of the way. We got more problems we got to fix here. I'm happy that was an easy fix. It was a super easy fix. Note to self, whenever you replace a battery, always clean the terminals, put some protectant on there. I can tell I didn't replace that battery because it didn't have any terminal protectant. We do have a problem with the Gale skid steer here. Let me show you. We're gonna fix that too. Might as well do two things today. This is a Gale RT210. RT210, see? It says RT210. Open. Hibernador. Here what we got. We got a valve cover leak here. What's going on here? What's that? What is that? That's antifreeze. It tastes good. We got more than what I bargained for here. I think our hose is leaking right around there. Got a little antifreeze tracing back into here. Okay, let's open this critter up. Let's look down in there in the old antifreezer tanker. Oh, she's slam full. Let's do a little taste test here, make sure it's the same taste. Tight. So I got a little leak right here. So probably just need to tighten up the old hose clamp. The leak has, this is why I'm having a problem. Okay. All right. The reason I'm having a problem is because the leak has dripped onto the alternator belt. The alternator belt is not loose. The problem with working on a skid steer like this is everything is in the way. Some of the newer skid steers don't have this gigantic radiator in the way of everything, and I'm pretty sure it rotates on a pin system right here. So I'll loosen that and loosen that. Is this on a pin? Oh, I think it, I don't know. I've never had it out. I think it either leans this way or it's on a pin system. But whenever I start this, I'll get you way down in here. So my alternator belt
is pretty, it needs to be tightened. So I think what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna start it and you guys are gonna hear what it does. It's gonna squeak. Wrong button. All right, it didn't squeak the first time. It does beep though. Listen now. Ah, this is the first time it hasn't squeaked in a year. I think we gotta tighten up that hose. We got a little bit better lighting here. I'm gonna get a flashlight down and you guys can see what the heck is going on here. It's not that bad, but it's not an ideal scenario. There, what? That's hitting right there. Is that all the way shut? A little dent right there. Hammer time. Let's just fix everything. This has been rubbing right here, and it looks like maybe a tree has whacked it. It's ever so slight dent, and this thing kind of shaped like that. I think that's gonna, yeah. A little rub right there. Pipe wrench. Manual manipulation tool here. See what that did. I think that might have got it. Alright, okay. Okay. It's still, it's hitting right there. This is gonna be the one. Here we go. Ah! There is a mess under this hood. Okay, pull this lever. Opens up. This drops a latch. Pink. And holds it in place. Isn't that nice? Very, very comfortable. This is the backup beeper, which is unplugged. I have never heard the backup beeper. I'm gonna hook it up. Oh, there it is. That's a nice one. That's a dancer right there. Here's what we got. You see this? See that debris blasted up against that wall right there? And right here, it's slinging something. And I can't tell, but it looks like it's coolant. There was a nice pile of coolant on the belt right here when we started, and the belt is greasy. There are some lubriosity, maybe that's the word for it, lubriosity capabilities in the antifreeze that help keep the coolant system lubricated. And let me show you again on this side. It's blasted all the way up onto there. It's blasted all the way up onto here. And let's do a little taste. That's it. It's that sweet stuff. So first things first, eliminate the most simple problem it could be first, which would just be a loose hose clamp. Oh, that hose clamp is so loose. Yeah, it's totally loose. Oh yeah. That thing's loose as a goose. That was my whole problem. I got a belt frayed. There's a frayed belt down there. I'm gonna turn this over a little bit. I think I've got a frayed spot in the belt. Oh, yeah. There's a little sassy spot in the belt right there. I'm gonna bump it again. Yeah. There's a gouged up spot on the belt. See a little fuzzy guy right there? Yeah. You know, that's a good thing. We got these old cell phones in our pockets now. We can just take a snapshot of that belt number and order that puppy right on up there. Ain't no use in tightening an alternator belt. Look at that. That's just sliding on the belt. Let me get some brake clean and just blast that thing down. That won't work. We're gonna need one of these in a minute. Yep. Da 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 da. Brake clean. Da 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 da. Ooh. Brake clean. Non-chlorinated, so you don't die. There you go. Wash her down. Let's just spray everything. This doesn't spray very good upside down. Ah! You dropped it. A watch is worthless when working on a vehicle. Anybody else agree? Post a comment. It's totally worthless. I don't need to know what time it is. I need to work on this, and it's gouging and wrist and hurting my feelings. Let's try that. I can see it now. What's that say? I think it's a AECMF 8440. AE. Let's double check that other number though. There's another number on there. What company on planet Earth thinks that they can sell a V-belt for a piece of machinery for $302? You out your mind, little boy. Now, here's what I gotta do. I'm just gonna keep an eye on this. That belt doesn't seem too loose to me, honestly. It is squeaking on the alternator, but the reason it's squeaking on the alternator is because we got a leak. We got a coolant leak dripping on there. So we gotta keep an eye on that. I'm gonna soak it all down, clean it real good, again with the brake cleaner here, and we'll just keep an eye on it. You never know. I guess today's video is symptoms of problems, preventative maintenance, right? So the symptom here was the belt squeaking, but the problem was not the belt. The problem was something leaking onto the belt, which turned out to be a loose hose clamp. So I'm going to check all the hose clamps on this. I've got to service this machine very soon, and I've got to change out all the hydraulic fluids. So you'll see that in a future video. We are not low on coolant. It's a tiny, tiny little leak. But now that I know, since I opened the hood and I looked down in there before I started it, now I know what the issue is. So we'll keep an eye on that. We got the John Deere fixed. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. We got a little bit of work done. I still got to put this sawmill back together. And we're going to be running a little bit of lumber here pretty soon. So we'll see you guys in a future video on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any input, let me know. And if you think that belt size is right, let me know. You guys are a big help to me. Thanks. See you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Woo! I need your help. I need your help. Best you can do. We're gonna spin around. Just had something spicy for lunch, and I just rubbed my eyes. I've been pepper sprayed by Korean barbecue. Oh, that's burning my eye. Don't do me like that. Oh, baby, baby. I just want a tractor. On there. I just burned my eyes. Put your arms around me. Hot sauce. Pepper spray is made from peppers. That's so bad. It's a technique problem is what it is. Here we go. Hey, yes, okay. And one. We get it 3 times in a row. 2, 3. Do it one more time. Let's get a nut driver. You're a nut driver.